Welcome back. The news in full. President Fattah al-Sisi arrived back home after participating in the 34th round of Arab League summit in Iraqi capital Baghdad. Earlier, President al-Sisi delivered a speech during the summit in which Egypt reviewed its vision over the challenges in the region. On top of them, the developments regarding the Palestine summit stressed that the summit aimed to unify the Arab stance to give priority to the supreme national interests. Also, the Iraqi president said that the Palestinian people are facing war of genocide aimed to eliminate their existence. Meanwhile, Iraq's Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani said in a speech that Israeli genocide has reached levels of ugliness not seen in all conflicts throughout history. He asserted that Iraq is totally rejecting the displacement of the Palestinians from their lands, and also he called for allowing aid to flow into Gaza. Al-Sudani added that Iraq will work on setting up an Arab fund for the reconstruction of the region, in which Baghdad will pay $20 million for Gaza and a similar amount for Lebanon. Jordanian Prime Minister Jafar Hassan said that efforts must be combined to reach an immediate and also a permanent ceasefire and ensure the entry of the humanitarian aid to Gaza Strip. This came during his speech at the 34th Arab Summit, where he praised the efforts of Egypt and the mediators in mobilizing international support for reconstruction plan of Gaza. Addressing the 34th Arab Summit in Iraq, Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abul-Ghait said the Israeli occupation of execution of genocide plan against the Palestinian people is a complete shame on the extremist Israeli on the silenced international community. However, he expressed his full confidence in the Egyptian-Qatari efforts to implement a permanent and immediate ceasefire in Gaza after Israel announced early stages of an intensified operation on the besieged Palestinian territory. Concerning the Syrian file, Abul-Ghait said that Syria is going through a difficult phase and a major challenge to rebuild the new state, expressing full solidarity with the Syrian people and their government to overcome this crucial situation. Abul-Ghait added that lifting the sanctions on Syria will help alleviate the suffering of its people and create a new economic reality that strengthens its ability to face challenges. In a related context, the Arab League chief stated that the war in Sudan has caused the greatest humanitarian crisis in the world, pointing out to the crises in Libya and Yemen. Along with Arab leaders, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez on Saturday called for increased pressure to halt the massacre in Gaza, speaking at an Arab League summit hours after Israel announced an intensified operation in the besieged Palestinian territory. Sanchez, who has sharply criticized the Israeli offensive, said world leaders should intensify pressure on Israel to halt the massacre in Gaza. And also the international law, he said the government planned a UN resolution demanding an international court of justice ruling on Israel's war methods. He also said that the unacceptable number of 4 victims in Gaza violates the principle of humanity. Addressing the 34th Arab Summit, UN Chief Antonio Guterres told the Baghdad meeting that there is a need for a permanent ceasefire now. Guterres rejected the repeated displacement of Gaza population, along with any question of forced displacement and outside of Gaza. The UN Secretary General also said he was alarmed by reported plans by Israel to expand the ground operations and more. OIC Secretary General Hussein Taha also addressed the Arab Summit, saying that the current challenges assert the necessity of boosting Dear viewers, moving to the world of business and finance, as the Central Agency for Public Mobilization and Statistics, CAPMAS, stated that the value of Egyptian exports to Arab countries reached $16.2 billion in 2024 compared to $13.6 billion in 2023, marking an 18% increase. This came on the occasion of President Fattah al-Sisi's visit to the Iraqi capital, Baghdad, to participate in the 34th Arab Summit, which is held at a critical time with numerous challenges facing the Arab region. The value of trade exchange between Egypt and Iraq recorded $1.1 billion in 2024 compared to $872 million, an increase of 26.1%. The CAPMAS pointed out that Saudi Arabia topped the list of the largest Arab importers from Egypt in 2024, with Egyptian exports to Saudi reaching $3.4 billion, followed by the UAE with $3.3 billion, Libya $2 billion, and Sudan with $866.2 million. The value of Egyptian imports from Arab countries reached $14.3 billion. The United States lost its last AAA credit rating from a major agency as Moody's announced a downgrade, citing rising levels of government debt and dealing a blow to Donald Trump's narrative of economic strength and prosperity. Explaining its decision, the ratings agency noted the increase over more than a decade in government debt and interest payment ratios to levels that are significantly higher than similarly rated sovereigns. Moody's decision to downgrade the United States from its top credit rating mirrors similar decisions from the two other major U.S. ratings agencies, S&P and Fitch. Dear viewers, this brings us to the end of this English News Bulletin. Came to you out of Channel 2. That was Reem Tamer. Now it's time to say thank you for watching.